Hey, welcome to Aaron's Heart. My name is Darby and I'll be your bartender. Today, our special is a classic, the Chelsea Sidecar. All right, the Chelsea Sidecar. Classic evolution of a regular sidecar, which we will do later on, but I really truly love the Chelsea Sidecar. It's fun, it's bright, it's gin, so if you're not a gin guy, or gin drinker in general, probably isn't for you, but it's a good way to get into gin, all right? It's a very simple cocktail, 4 ingredients and a shaker tin. That's it. Highly recommend putting your glass, whatever you're gonna drink it out of, in the freezer or at least in the refrigerator. Get it chilled because this is served up. So, chilled glass is definitely the way to go. That's the move to make. So anyway, let's get right into making this thing. It's super, super simple, but you will need a shaker. So I have my 10-on-10 shaker. Talk about shakers for just a second. There's a bunch of different kinds of shaker, right? I mean, these 10-on-10 are what I like. You can use a, glass on tin works too. The only one I will recommend staying away from, especially for something like this, is going to be the cobbler style shaker, which is like a tin on the bottom with the little goofy like pour top in it. And I'll show you why here in a minute. And it actually has to do with our ice. So, super simple cocktail. What we're gonna need is gin, which today we're using my Navigator. So this is a Navigator London Dry, perfected with 17 global botanicals. I don't know what that actually means. I mean, it has its whole list of botanicals on it, but the smell is amazing. This is such a good gin. It was locally, I found it reasonably affordable. And my wife was like, I really want you to have that bottle. So she bought me the bottle of gin, which is great because I love gin. All right. So let's go ahead. 1.5 ounces of our Navigator gin. If you don't have Navigator, any London Dry will work in this. I mean, anything from Beefeater to Tanqueray. Hendrick's would be great in this. I mean, Hendrick's I've done many times before, just making them for myself. Hendrick's works great in this cocktail because it has such a fun flavor profile. I actually played with the idea of using a couple like oddballs, but I wanted to make this more traditionally. So I'm gonna use this Navigator London Dry, but I have this Wheatley Neal, which is a rhubarb and ginger, and it's got kind of like a sweet, spicy thing going on. And it's really, really good. I wanted to use it because I thought it might be fun, but then, you gotta play fair. So, all right, that's not really readily available. I've only ever seen it once and I bought a bottle of it. So, this you can sub out for just about any. The closest thing I can find to this, like off the shelf anywhere, is Tanqueray. And Tanqueray works phenomenal for this cocktail. Next thing you're gonna need is triple sec, or according to Dilford's, right, who is where this recipe comes from. I got it right off the Dilford's website. They specifically use Contru. You don't need this, all right? If you don't want to spend I don't know, I think this thing's like $50 or something like that for this stupid bottle of orange liqueur, you don't need to. You can use a triple sec, Contru, whatever floats your boat, go ahead and use. 1 full ounce of our triple sec, our orange liqueur of choice, okay? 1 full ounce of our high quality lemon juice. If you've got fresh squeezed, it really does actually change a little bit in this. Fresh squeeze is the way to go. And then 1/4 ounce of our little clear mystery bottle here. This is just simple syrup. 1/4 of an ounce just to add a little sweetness. It kind of helps balance things out a little bit. You could go to a 1/2 ounce if you're really into it being a little sweeter, especially with a full 1/4 ounce or a full ounce of our lemon juice. It really does sometimes need a little sweetness. So let's grab our ice cube here. Man, my ice is breaking really good ever since I cleaned my freezer, so now my ice is actually getting cold and hard, like it's really freezing well. All right, pour this in, quick shake, 10, 15, maybe 20 seconds is all you need to really chill and dilute this. You want this to be very cold, but we're gonna serve it up in a chilled coupe. Shake fast, shake it hard, okay? Sounds weird, but don't think too much into that. Let's grab our chilled coupe. My wife bought me these. They're like thick boy coupes, which is good because I'm really notorious for breaking coupes. From Target, they were $5. I think they were on sale for like post summertime stuff. So if you don't know, on your strainer, right? This little strainer, this little tab right here, right, is actually for you to push up. And what it does is when you push up on that, it closes the gate, right? So it makes your spring kind of condense down. There, so that way you know. You can do full gate, 1/2 gate, or no gate. No gate is just to pour, just hold it and pour. 1/2 gate, you know, just 1/2 pressure. Full gate, which is what we're gonna do here, is full pressure. If you don't have that option, double strain, all right? Keeps your ice chips out, and that's what you want to do. So, full gate, pour quickly, and boom, just like that. If I had any maraschino cherries, I would drop a maraschino cherry into the bottom of that because they look awesome. It's got this like frost thing going on with the glass. The cocktail itself is essentially clear, except it's just tinted. It's like hazy. And if you drop a cherry in the bottom of it, oh, it looks beautiful. But I ran out of cherries and I can't find any. So I'm out of cherries. That's the problem. Sometimes things are available, sometimes they're not. But anyway, cherry would be my go-to if you wanted to do something else. If you just had lemon, you could do a lemon peel on there. Cool, no problem. Lemon peel, orange peel, really anything. Just a quick express, even flame it would be interesting. Totally optional, totally up to you how you dress this guy up. But ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The Chelsea Sidecar, let's give it, of course, the smell test. The gin, my botanicals are very clearly coming through. Orange is subtle. Contreat doesn't have a very strong smell anyway, but it's there. Lemon is evident. That's it. That's all you need. Oh man. So that's one of those cocktails, right? I don't make them very often, but when I do, they're always so, the Chelsea Sidecar is so bright, yet it's not bright like big flash bright, right? Like well, it's not a good example either. Anyway, there are some cocktails that you have that are just like really bright, kind of obnoxious. They've got a lot of flavors going on, and it, like anything that's topped with absinthe, right? Like a well-made Sazerac is a good example of this. It just is like a huge slap right in the mouth as soon as you drink it. The Chelsea Sidecar, it's fresh, it's bold, it's vivid, but it's like when it's like you look at a picture, right? A really good picture, you can discern all of the individual colors in the picture, right? This is the same way. You can pick up every single piece of this. The lemon juice, it's tart, not overly sweet. Simple syrup is there. It's not overbearing. It's not syrupy. Doesn't cling in your mouth sometimes. Contru. Right choice right there, right? Clearly, this company knows what they're doing. It is mellow, but it has that orange kick. So you get two different kinds of citrus kick in there. One is bold, one is very mellow. And then using Navigator, right, because it's very expressive, is a good choice. Using Tanqueray is a great choice. Using Beefeater is, of course, a good choice. It's Beefeater, it's the best gin. But anything that has like bold, expressive flavors, I think are really gonna set this apart. So try this out with a Tanqueray. Try it out with Hendrick's. I mean, I may even go as so far as to say, I have this Rogue Spirits Spruce gin. I may make another one of these just to try it with this to see what it's like. So anyway, the Chelsea Sidecar, it's the end of the summer here in Florida. It's rainy outside. This is a perfect rainy, yet still hot day. It's bright, it's bold. It's sunshine in a glass, but it's not brutal, hot, miserable sunshine. It's like day at the park, out walking the dog, people are happy. It's that like last blast of summer in a glass. One of my all-time favorite simple gin cocktails that really lets gin shine as well as complements everything that goes into it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chelsea Sidecar, I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you give this one a try. It's really, really good. It's really interesting, and it's a fun one to do. If you're not a big gin drinker, good introduction to gin. Anyway, thank you guys so much. I'm gonna try and kind of have everything back on track. I'm doing a little bit better as long as I get quicker with my editing. We'll get these up on time. Thank you guys so much for bearing with me the last few weeks while I get things sorted out. Life has kind of calmed down now, so we can kind of get back on track. Anyway, thank you all so much. Remember, don't drink and drive, drink responsibly, tip your bartenders. We'll see you guys in the next video. And if you want to support me outside of YouTube, I'll have links down below for wish lists on Amazon as well as my Patreon. If you have money to throw at a screen, you can throw it over there and I'll buy stuff to make and drink. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Do all the YouTube things, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. It helps me keep growing, and hopefully you guys enjoy a Chelsea Sidecar. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.